wanna be a good boy, I wanna be a gangster. Cause you can be the beauty and I could be the monster.
Venice, a city so unreal that it feels like it shouldn't exist. A place where roads don't take you anywhere, because there are none. Instead, you travel through 150 winding canals, cross 400 bridges, and walk along narrow passageways, barely wide enough for one person. But behind the postcards and the crowded tourist spots lies a different Venice. A Venice of secret alleys, forgotten courtyards, hidden stories, and silent canals that only the locals know. Venice was built on 118 tiny islands, but what's even more unbelievable is how it's standing. The entire city sits on millions of wooden pillars. Yes, wood driven deep into clay and sand below the lagoon. You would think wood would rot, right? But Venice has a secret. These pillars are preserved by water with no oxygen, turning the wood into a stone-like material over centuries. Imagine an entire city, not just floating, but surviving because of a 1,000-year-old engineering trick. One alley famously ends in a brick wall just inches from your face, like a joke from the city itself. The Venetians call these calicche, dead-end streets made intentionally centuries ago to confuse invaders. So yes, Venice was designed to protect itself with confusion. Most people don't know this, but Venice has two personalities. There's the crowded Venice you see on Instagram, and then there's the hidden Venice that wakes up before sunrise. At dawn, the canals are almost silent. You'll see locals walking to the bakery, early gondoliers preparing their boats, and water taxis delivering goods like floating delivery trucks. No crowds, no noise, just the soft sound of water touching the walls. Here's something strange. When Venetians talk about streets, they don't mean streets. A cale is an alley. A fondamenta is a walkway beside a canal. A Rio Terra is a canal that was filled in and turned into a street. And a campo is a square, usually with a well in the middle. Every term comes from centuries of nautical life. Even funerals and hospital trips once happened by boat. And emergency services still use ambulance boats today. In Venice, the water isn't scenery, it's the city's lifeline. A bookstore where books are stored in bathtubs and gondolas to protect them from flooding. The soot-covered alleyways that feel like secret tunnels beneath buildings. The quiet courtyards. Many look empty today. But these courtyards once held community wells, where Venetians collected fresh water because the lagoon water was undrinkable. Squero di San Travaso, a boatyard where gondolas are still made by hand, the same way for 1,000 years. These places show a Venice that has preserved its identity against time, water, and millions of visitors every year. For all its beauty, Venice is fragile. The city sinks a few millimeters each year. Rising sea levels and floods, called acqua alta, are becoming more frequent. To protect itself, Venice built MOSE, a massive barrier that rises from the sea floor to block high tides. It may not save the city forever, but for now, it keeps Venice breathing. Venice is more than canals and gondolas. It is a living museum, a floating miracle, and a reminder of what humans can build when creativity meets courage. A city with no roads. A city that whispers stories through its waterways. A city that rewards those who slow down and wander off the map. If you ever visit Venice, don't just see the landmarks. Get lost. That's where the real magic hides. This is Discover with Nasir. Until the next journey. Keep exploring and discovering with us. Don't forget to subscribe the channel.